All right, we are back, ladies and gentlemen. If you have not seen my other videos, please go back and check the other videos so you'll be up to date. Okay, so now let's see what we got here. South Jazz has not accepted my peace agreement, and he's even attacking me from Urfa. So what we're going to go ahead and engage in battle. We are now going to start to take down Mr. Hijaz here. So let's start. Let me see what we got here. Okay. So we're already on the way over here. So let's go ahead and move everybody here. Then we will come back down. Let me see here. Alright, Mr. Hijaz, we're going to deal with you accordingly. Okay. So as you can see here, he has question marks, so we don't know how many troops he has on these bases. So I don't like to attack a base until I kind of know what's going on at that base, because you can run into a lot of troops. So let's just take a look at what all we're dealing with here. Question marks, and generally question marks means they probably have a level 5 fort or level 3 or higher fort, so they're going to have some protection. So he's fully protected here with those forts, but that really doesn't mean anything necessarily. Okay. Alright, so I think I'm just going to hold my ground right here. I don't think I want to advance this way. I will continue to advance here. I'm going to come through here and we'll try to trickle all our way. We'll try to trickle it down this way and just hold our grounds in these areas here. Because you don't want to spread yourself out too wide. You want to kind of have a nice focused attack. And the reason why I chose to come from here down is because I have literally 219 artilleries, almost fully loaded. And so that will allow me to come down rather easily with that kind of troops with me. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to attack from here and come on down, and then we're also going to go ahead and activate these rail guns. So the next thing I'm going to do is take, well, not the rail guns yet, but let's deal with this here. We're going to take these guys and we're going to move them here. Well, actually, let's just go ahead and attack from there. Okay. All right, we're going to let him attack there, and we're going to move these guys here up into that spot, just in case Mr. Hijaz wants to try to advance they're going to take his spot there. We're going to move these planes up a little closer just in case I need them, which I don't anticipate I will at this stage, but you never know. Okay, let's advance these guys here. Let's get them to move there. Let's get him to move there. Actually, no, I don't want to do that. No, we don't want to do that. Let's just take these guys and let's move them there. Because we can see what I did was I sent spies to these provinces so that I could see what was on these provinces. So if you see here, oh, not that one. Oh no. Oh, there you go. So as you can see, you got one spy right there. Another spy. Now some spies get taken because they spot them and whatnot, but as you can see, I put some spies there just so I can kind of see. You can see another spy, just so I can see what is sitting on these properties. And sometimes they'll have protection, they'll have counter spies where you won't be able to see. So we're going to attack from here to there. And because I can see there's nothing but 10 troops here, we're going to go ahead and send them guys on in. Take that. Where else we got? What else we got? Okay, we want to go ahead and send what do we got? 46 over there. I think I'm going to hold my ground until I shell these guys real good. So let's just do this. They will attack this guy. Now this is how you engage in an all-out attack, guys. Alright. We have, now you don't want to attack these kind of locations because right now he has one tank, 45 troops, but it's on a level 5. That will be very difficult to take that. You're going to lose a lot of troops trying to attack that. So we're going to hold tight. What we will do, and I'm fully loaded myself. I do have 30 tanks here. So we're not just, I got another 43 tanks here. I got another 34 tanks right there. So we're fully loaded ourselves. We like to just take it slow. I don't have to rush. Why? As you can see here, I have 56 railguns. We're going to get them to attack. Let's start with my man right here. 56 railguns. That is a lot of firepower. And then we're going to slide about 100 troops into that area. So I'm sure Yep, killed 6, and oh my, he doesn't even have any buildings there, I don't think. But that's how we're going to start this attack. So we have all these railguns attacking that particular province. Just going to hold tight from there. And then I also want to start to, well, the goal is to wait until my airplanes get here. Where are they at? Probably won't be here till the next day or so. Let me see where they're at, just to see. Okay, here we go. So we got my airplanes here. They're on the way. And I think I want to bring them over here. Because now that I'm looking, I want to, bingo. There we go. I want to, or should I go here? Ooh. Now, let me show you what you want to look at when you decide where you want to put your airplanes at. From what I'm seeing, that would be the best location. Why? Because if you look at the rings, these little rings right here, you got one small one, you got one big one. That's for your bombers. Your bombers get more range. Then this is for your fighters. They get a shorter range. So what I'm looking at it is, when I move them here, I'll be able to attack and protect my planes up to this point. Because you see that small one there? It's right in there. So it will be able to travel at least that far. And so I'm going to send these boats this way. I'll send these troops this way. Once I get my airplanes here, and we go ahead and attack this base. And we're going to send my troops through here. I have literally, what, 300 there. I got 1250. So I got at least about a good 1,500 troops ready to come here. So that's going to be the next plan in place. And then not to mention these guys down here. That's about another 1,300 troops. We want to get them to come on up. So this is going to be a slow attack, guys. We're not in any rush. We're going to do this the right way, the smart way. Okay. Let's see. Everybody's in motion. Everybody's all right. Let me see what we got here. Is anything going on? Not really. So that's where we're at, guys. We're engaged in a full-on battle. There's still room for peace with me and South Jazz, but you know, he could have easily accepted my peace agreement, which he has failed to do. So we're gonna let my railguns continue to do their shelling, and we're just gonna try to weaken up some of these bases before we fully engage. Let's go ahead and send some of these guys over here, because he doesn't have but 4 troops right there, as you can see. So let's send some guys over here, over there, and yes, we're gonna send at least. I'm gonna send halfway. I'm not gonna attack yet until we clear that base. You don't want to just send your troops into, like I said, areas where there's a question mark, because you just really, it could be 1,000 troops there for all I know. So we don't want to do that. I think at this point I am good to go. Can't wait for my airplanes to get to the location where we can really start doing some damage. And we're going to start taking some of this area here, work our way down. In fact, let's just go ahead and make that route. That's where he's going once he's done over there. And if anybody has any questions, anything you're concerned about, something you may not know about, I had a lot of questions when I first started playing, so any questions that I can help you out with, feel free to ask. I don't mind at all, and I check pretty frequently for messages. So I think I will call it from here, and I will be back to update you guys on where we're at and what we got going on. Oh, and let me show you guys what this, the rankings are. You got Minutemen at 731. They have went up a little bit. I've went up a little bit at 600 and some change. And then you got Mediterranean Nightmare. They've been going down. So this is an interesting situation because I don't want these guys to get too far ahead. But I'm not too concerned because their leader, Bulldog, only has 250 points. So they would need 1,500 points to win this game, which is a long way to go. I, on the other hand, have 591 points. I only need 1,000 points to win this game solo. I do have a coalition member, which gives me 600 and some change. I don't like to say the whole number, but it gives me 600 and some change. So we would need 1,500 to win the game together. But that's not what my goal is. So yeah, that's the rankings at this point, and it's going to get a little tricky as this game go on because I have to make a decision on when I want to attack this other coalition here because they're pretty strong from what I'm hearing. But we're not going to rush into anything, and we're going to maintain our foothold in the game because right now I can imagine this entire population, this entire map, everybody in this game is probably watching every move I make. And the worst thing that can, well, I'm not gonna say the worst thing that can happen, but one of the things that can happen in a game like this that you have to watch out for is the fact that I'm so far ahead solo. That may strike fear into some of these other countries to work together against me, which they have not done yet. Because I have strategically caused them to have to fight against each other. But one of the worst things that could probably happen is these Africa, United States, and South America decide, hey, we're going to come together and come at this guy Papua because he's about to take over the whole game. That's why I'm not in a rush to attack anyone. I'd rather just gradually take more provinces like I'm doing here with South Hejaz. And so, but that's where we're at with it, and we'll be back. I'll update you and see you guys next time.